All right, Chris Cuomo with the CNN team here in Key West, and this is a story of loss. Thank God the human toll is relatively small. At latest count, 55 people lost their lives from Hurricane Irma, 24 of them in the United States. The number is always too high, but it is amazing that it is not higher. That is cautious optimism because the searching is not over. But it's not just people. It's obviously property, but closer to the heart, pets, animals, the biodiversity here, that needed to be rescued, that needed to be protected as well. We have two people who stayed to do just that. Dr. Philip Admire and his wife, Dr. Michelle Pupsetto. They are with Island Dolphins. They deal with rescue, they deal with maintaining dolphins and the integrity and education for people of the biodiversity down here. They're on Key Largo. Do I have both of you?
Yeah, we're here.
Thank you for joining us. How are the Dolphins? How did they fare? What was it like going through the storm with them?
Well, Dolphins are great. They were, of course, our number one concern, and that's why we stayed. They pretty much stayed together during the storm. When the storm surge was running 5 feet high, I was afraid that things might spill out. We had all kinds of debris come into the pools, which was also a concern. We were out here trying to clean up all that debris, hold our floating docks together because they were pretty much wiped out. And the Dolphins did great. You know, we were able to even come down and feed them once that day, and they came over and ate and looked up at us, and it was great.
Doctor, you know the question. People will say, but this is about people. You stayed behind. You could have been killed. You could have been hurt to protect the Dolphins. Why the attachment?
Well, I think when we signed up for this job and got into this field, we knew that our primary concern was taking care of these animals. And for Philip and myself, it was never even a question in our mind. We were going to stay. We were going to take care of the animals. We were going to do whatever we needed to. We did everything we could to make sure that we were safe. We have a great building to be in. We fortified ourselves with plenty of water and food and everything. So we made ourselves as safe as possible. But at the end of the day, it's all about the Dolphins.
Also, just to kind of...
Philip, there was a great child poet.
Yes?
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, leaving these Dolphins, to me, it would equate to tying your dog up in the yard and just evacuating. We couldn't leave these Dolphins. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what kind of danger is going to present itself, and we were keeping our eyes on the animals to help them in any way they may need at any moment. So luckily, everything turned out all right, though. So you're saying about a child poet?
Where I was going to... Yeah, so listen to this. I hear that the Dolphins are playing there and, showing that beautiful joy for life that they teach the rest of us, and that's what I was going to ask you about. There was a child poet named Matty Stepanek. He's not with us anymore. And he had, one of his expressions was that you need to learn how to play after every storm. And is that one of the lessons that you get acutely from being with the Dolphins and seeing how they are today, even just moments after such destruction?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these guys, they give us joy for sure, and they give a lot of people joy. What we do down here is we do dolphin-assisted therapy for all kinds of people with developmental and mobility problems, as well as veterans. And the veterans thing is near and dear to my heart. I spent 12 years in the Marine Corps, and I love doing that. And the amount of joy these animals bring to these folks, and the fact that we're going to be able to do that next week is awesome. We're a nonprofit. We run strictly on donations. We got a lot of work to do here. We got a lot of damage. We have a lot of things we have to replace before we start next week. But working with these Dolphins every day, even with all that going on, and knowing the joy they're going to be giving these people next week, it's just really an awesome thing.
Well, Philip, Dr. Michelle, you guys are a true partnership. You're married, and you're married to a cause as well. Thank you for keeping the Dolphins safe.
We are.
Thank you for letting our audience see them play this morning. We'll take good stuff anywhere we find it. Thanks for being with us. And it's always the best way to end the show. It's always the best reminder of the need to see the beautiful part of life and in people. No, thank you. So let's take a break, and we come back. We have a very special good stuff for you from the Keys. Stay with us.